welcome to today's live stream. Today we're gonna do something very different than the usual. Well, as you well know, probably there is a quite interesting storm around North Italy, quite tragic as well, unfortunately, into South France and also into Italy as well. Especially this area here. Now you can clearly see that there is some big rain happening at the moment. So what we're gonna do today, I've been watching the Le Frecce Tricolore in the in Saturday, and I really wanted to fly the MB-339er. This time we're gonna fly a military version of it. Of course, you know, this is a military plane used mainly for training, especially I guess in Italy in the past. Now I'm not really sure. I don't think they're using it anymore, but it's still the plane that fly for Le Frecce Tricolore. Even if it's gonna be, he's gonna finish his life even there pretty soon, for the new MB-345. But yeah, so today we're gonna fly this plane. We're gonna assume that we have some meteorological instrument here, and we're gonna go to chase those storms there. Also to see the quality of the storm as well. But yeah, mainly it's a very funny plane to fly, and I just wanna have fun. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna film remaining. Oh wow, that's interesting. But whatever. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't have the view here. So yesterday I was trying to use the Le Frecce Tricolore version. I crashed many times actually, and yeah, hopefully I learned something. I learned something finally, but we will see today. Can be a disaster, can be something different, funny to do. Okay, let me do a sound check. Okay, so we're currently in Verona airport. Let me show you here in Sky Vector. So we're currently here. The storm is around there, so we're gonna take off heading toward the east. I'm gonna changing. This plane can climb, can fly very high, 35,000 feet, 48,000 feet for what I learned before. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so we want the plane fully loaded. This is fine. Of fuel, of course. Okay. So yeah, this should. Let me see something. Okay, yeah. Fully loaded. We don't have some external tank apparently, which I don't know how to trigger. In 2020 you had to add some weight here and would appear. But okay, let me try something just out of curiosity. No, nothing really is happening. Oh, well, yeah. Well, look at this. Something happened actually. Let me try to remove it. Okay, let me try this then. If I put like 100, what's happened? No, 400. 100. It does form already, because yeah, there is like a weight to trigger it. Well, with 10 kilos? Okay, with 10 not. Yeah, you have to go, with the manual is, you can have the right weight. Okay, 30 kilos is fine. Let's see if we can have the auxiliary tank as well. Alright. Let me try 500. Okay, this is triggering another one. Okay. Okay, let me try to put them all. So here, I guess. Okay, this is done. This is done. This is done. If I do this, what happened? Okay, so we have 3 of them. Let's see if we can have auxiliary fuel tank. Just triggering the 3 of them. Let me check this. No. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't, apparently. No. Okay, never mind. So, yeah, let me remove everything. Okay. Unless... No, because these are the pilots. Yeah. I don't even know if you can add external fuel tank in this one. In some of their plane here you can do it. But anyway, it's not a problem. Okay, so we have the max fuel we can have with this plane at the moment. We have checklist here actually. And I'm gonna follow that. I turned this plane on like 4 times yesterday, so I'm quite confident today. At least on the... on the turn on. I mean on the startup. So I'm gonna be fast. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the radio as well, even if we're not gonna use the radio. Today we're not online on Batsim, of course, to do this crazy stuff we want to try. Fuel shut off. Helio servo. Beacon light is here. Not this, maybe this. It's of course real weather. Yeah, that's obvious because we want to chase the weather itself. Okay. Engine start. Close the canopy. Okay. Okay. Lock the canopy. Right, so let me restart this. Okay. Lock the canopy. Canopy locked. Engine start. Okay, engine master arm. Starter and at 10% on the... what is called? RPM, yeah. We have to put the fuel on. Okay, starter. And 10%. Just move the throttle. And the plane's gonna start up. It's so loud. Let me put some views here on the... on the instructor wing. Okay. It's super loud to me, it's not really for you. I'm gonna lower my volume. Okay, let's put 1228. Just because we are used to do it. I remind you, we are going to fly the MB-339, which is a military trainer. 122. Oops. 1228. Okay. Which is this plane here. And we're gonna to chase some storm today. Again, I just wanna fly this plane. I saw it flying in real life very recently, as you know. I'm kind of hype about this. Okay. Flaps up. Alright. Let's give a check. Let me see one sec the flight control. I should be fine, my configuration. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright. Oxygen. Taxi light. And we're gonna taxi to the... okay, we're gonna need to backtrack. Actually, the meter in Verona. Okay, weather, wind is 96 degrees. It's coming from the east then. Okay, we can use runway 04 actually. Yeah, let's go. So we don't need to backtrack actually. Alright, brake release. Before taxi. Taxi light. Let's do also a speed brake check. Okay. And let's go this way. Look at this plane. Very different live stream for what we are used to. I mean, compared to what we are used to, of course. Very, very different one today. But yeah, again, I want to have some fun here. flying this plane, this incredible machine. That's pretty high. I mean, I'm gonna keep the volume high for you. Let me see. It's not that high then, so it's fine. And then we're gonna see if we have time. We're gonna come back to Verona. Otherwise, we're gonna choose something else. I mean, we're gonna choose another airport. The weather is fine in Verona for the moment. So here to the left. After takeoff, we're gonna turn right immediately, and we're gonna start climbing. We have to check the storm position before. Some rain there as well. So we don't have any terrain radar, so in case we jump into a storm, we have really to be aware of what we are doing. Okay. Flight director, no need. Ah, we can use heading actually. And set up heading. This is super slow, yeah. Yeah, I don't like this heading. No, we're gonna use our brain. That's it. Can we have internal lighting a bit? Yeah. I guess it's on. Okay, we're almost there. Can I remove this or not? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna assume that it's some instrument we need to use to have some recording. So this is more a funny live stream than a really simulating live stream. Okay. Flaps takeoff. Set and confirmed. Alright, there we are. So we have wing to the right. Okay. Just 6 knots. There we are. So we are very heavy. We are fully loaded. Wow, this is super slow to turn. Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, you can do this. Yeah, I forgot. So I guess, yeah, we're gonna rotate around 110, 120 knots. Now I'm gonna show you. So yeah, basically you can just press it and move it very, very fast now. So flight director adding, we want to go east. Okay. So before takeoff, flaps is already set actually. Okay. So as you can see here, 95 knots. This in-game checklist told you that you have to raise the nose and rotate. If you do that, you're gonna actually smash the plane. If you are fully loaded like I am now. I experienced it yesterday when I was testing it. Terrible, terrible choice. So this storm actually is okay around here, which is also the main base of the Le Frecce Tricolori as well. So we're right here. We're gonna adding kind of here, and I guess we do have some VOR that can help us. Yeah, of course we have Treviso. But yeah, for now we don't really need. I'm gonna use Navigraph and check. Okay, let's go. Parking brake release, landing lights on. After takeoff I have to remember to turn on the pitot. Oh wow, look at that. Interesting. As you can see here, we have the nose wheel steering signal. I have set up a key to turn it off. So we have to align properly this time, not randomly. So, not randomly as I usually do. So, I'm gonna rotate the plane around. Okay, this should be fine enough. All right, around 110 knots probably, and hopefully we're gonna be airborne. This stuff can end pretty soon. It's very risky what I'm doing, but whatever. No switch steering off. Okay, it's not switching off. Let's try again. Okay, let's go. Okay, engine is stable. Brake release. Okay, I have parking brakes. Brake release, full power. Strong wind. (100 knots). Start pulling very gently. And we are flying. Okay. Nice. Gear up. Flaps up. Okay, that was fine. Yeah, we're very heavy. Let's see Verona here. Ooh. Yeah, this is a completely different machine for what we are used to. Let's go left immediately. Sorry, let's go right. Reducing power a bit. Give you an external view of the plane. We are flying today. Okay. Let me trim the plane. Landing light scan goes off now. Wow. And so we are heading to the east. I assume we are gonna go pretty high initially. Okay, let's set up an heading 0980 and let's climb. Okay, we're already climbing very, very fast, which is totally normal for a plane like this. I completely forgot the QNH, but was 1012. But yeah, we don't need it now. Okay, let's take the heading 0980. Green arc the engine, let's give more juice and let's climb. We're climbing more than 6,000 feet per minute. It's normal, I mean, it's a... We're not gonna be able to climb like this all the way up, of course. Okay, let's reduce power a little bit. I remind you, we're going to hunt some storm today. We're heading to the east where there are definitely some of them. 8,000 feet. Oh, Pito. Okay. Pito heater on. Let's maintain. Yeah, this speed is quite fine for climb. Wow, look at that. And we're completely surrounded by a storm today. So I'm gonna climb very high initially, and then we're gonna descend into the storm later. Look at that. What a plane. What a machine. Yeah, we have beacon. Do we have nav lights? Oh, it's off. Nice. Okay, now we have nav lights. Okay. Continue climb. Trim up a little bit. Let's keep going to the east. Okay, now we can set up a heading around yeah, I guess 070 is quite okay. Let's go. Wow, look at that storm there. Oops. Look at that. Already very, very interesting stuff. Let's go to explore this extremely big formation. Let me see, windy as well. We currently, it's, yeah, should be something around here what we are seeing. Maybe it's this. I don't know. Let's go there to investigate. Wow. We have to monitor the fuel as well. We are plenty of it for now. What a machine. Power is fine. 4,000 feet per minute on the climb. We are currently, yeah, almost, yeah, 20,000 feet now. Wow, look at this. I want to go on top of it. So again, the ceiling of this plane is around 38, potentially 39,000 feet. As a classical military jet can fly very, very high, even if it's very old. But yeah, whatever. Okay. Free map. I'm thinking they're not really needed, of course. So also we have to pay attention to the elevation, of course, with Alps. It's not that high in this area, but yeah, we don't have to descend below, let's say 10,000 feet in this area to be quite sure to have no problem. Yeah, but I want to go over it. That's an interesting formation, by the way. Look at that. Okay, let me switch this off. Stand by now. We don't need flight director anymore. Not that it's really needed, but we are Mach 0.6. Okay, full power. Let's go up. Now. Let's go over it. Look at this. Okay, we have to pay attention to don't stall the plane, which is happening now. Okay, let's reduce our climb rate then. Okay. Let the plane speed up a bit. Yeah, it's better to don't go below 150 knots without flaps. It's pretty close to stall speed. Then will be very interesting to land the plane. Very interesting. Okay, let's go up now. Yeah, as you can see, the plane is quite, I mean, it's very the performance is very good. Let's say from 0 to 10,000 feet, but then it's nothing too crazy, honestly. We are around 30,000 feet and it's barely climbing at 1,000 feet per minute. Okay, now it's climbing, of course. We are very heavy as well. I have max fuel. So let me trim up a bit because I want to check the weather situation. So we are around here at the moment. And we have this incredible weather in front of us already, which is kind of interesting to me. Let's continue climb for now. Now we are into a storm, 30,000 feet, completely into a storm. That's very interesting. Okay, don't climb too fast. Okay. Wow. That's very interesting. Wow. Into a cloud at 30,000 feet. Very interesting. I don't know again how realistic it is. I mean, there are some good structure today, I have to say. I wanted to do this live like randomly to chase a storm, since there is a big one where I live now. But yeah, sometimes I'm like questioning a bit the accuracy, especially on high altitude clouds like cumulonimbus. But yeah, today, yeah, there are definitely some. Let's continue climb. We're still far from the big storm around here at the moment. Let's continue climb. 32,000 feet. Let's continue gain altitude. We should be out of clouds soon. Maybe. Oh, this looks enormous. What a storm. Okay, I have to monitor the indicated airspeed as well. Let me lower a bit the plane. Continue climb now. Wow. Oh, clear skies. Oh yeah. A little bit of clear skies. Okay, I'm gonna accelerate a bit. One moment. I'm max power. Okay, nose down. I mean, nose neutral. And let's try to climb. Let's try to accelerate a little bit to gain some speed. Alright. I guess the red line here is the overspeed? Is it? We are 34,000 feet. Probably, yeah. Yeah, this plane doesn't cruise that fast. I mean, the purpose, of course, is not doing cruise. Even if they do it... Okay, let's continue climb then. But yeah, it's a military training plane, so it's really reactive, really agile. But yeah, they do cruise, of course, to move them. Especially the Frecce Tricolore, they do some cruise. That's obvious. Which I would be really interesting to have some specific on how they cruise, which altitude, which speed, which power configuration. Oh, we are getting through clouds finally. Also, again, we are super heavy. Let me see here. Okay, the storm is going to the north. Well, we're not that far actually. We are over it probably. Now, soon I want to go over it and then we're gonna go right down into it. Alright, we're finally getting out of clouds. Imagine being here. Yeah, wouldn't be a great idea to be here in real life, of course. Look at down there. Okay. Wow. Incredible. Okay, we are pretty close to it. We are right here now. Yeah, we're around here, so yeah. Okay, let's go down. Let's go into the storm. Oh yeah. Idle. Let's have some fun. Okay, don't overspeed. Ah, we have speed brakes. Look at them. Speed brakes out. Now I can see the... Wow, I have... That's the ground, right? Yeah. Okay. Speed braking. Yeah, we're right over it. We are currently here. So to our left there should be... it's quite... I mean, perhaps a little bit delayed, so also behind us we have... yeah, we're gonna have some. Yeah, it's there, the main one. Let's go back then. Okay, nice turn. Power. Nice turn here. Okay, there was a weather update. There was a weather update, there is nothing more, no? Yeah, I guess so. Let me see once. Wow, yeah. Just now. Okay, let's. I'm gonna try to aim this stuff we have in front. And pass through. Let's go. Let's go into this. Wow, look at that. Oh, I'm doing guys. Yeah, I have all anti-ice on. I'm just missing engine anti-ice. Engine anti-ice on. I don't think this plane have windows it or do, oh yeah, windshield. Okay, should be working now. Let's go to see. Level off. Wow, I'm losing completely. Okay, let's check my artificial horizon there. Artificial horizon. And let's see. Yeah, because you lost completely the orientation when you do this stuff. I'll keep going down. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we should go below it, which we can actually. Let's go. Alright, full dive now. Some G's. Okay, we are level off again. Wow, it's so scary going down into... Okay, out of the cloud. Yeah, because we have terrain, as I told you before, right close to us. Look at this. Wow, we're still getting guys. Well, I have one. Let me see if I turn the other on. I don't think this does anything. Rain. I'm gonna turn both on. Wow. Also, we have Alps here. Yeah, we're nice and ice, but I have all anti-ice on, engine anti-ice, and of course pitot it's on. Wow, let's go back in a nice sharp turn here. Ooh. I was about to stall the plane, which wouldn't be great considering our position. Okay, let's go now. Alright. So I have contact with the terrain actually. Let's try to go down pretty much. Power idle. So in front of us there is lowlands. So we can go down quite a lot now, maybe. Okay. But we have like extremely high kinetical energy that we can exchange for altitude in case we need. So yeah, now we are under the big storm. Oh, and rain it comes. Okay, level off. Alright, vertical speed 0. And now we can go back up, full power. Climbing at 5 degrees, no, what is 4 degrees and a half? No, probably not. No, it's 35. What? Yeah, it's 35. And level off. $10,000 feet now. Okay, let's go in a straight line here. So we are around the storm now. We are here. Again, I guess Flight Simulator is a little bit delayed to what, compared to what's happening in real life. So let's keep going straight line. And we're gonna get out of here soon. We can climb a bit, of course. A bit. We are climbing like 6,000 feet per minute, but yeah, a bit. And there we go. Let's go to take the clear skies here. I want to try a stall because yeah, that scanned up really bad. But yeah, definitely not over the storm now, so we can go a little bit toward the sea and avoid the storm for a moment. Yesterday I tried a stall and I completely crashed. I wasn't able to recover at all, which was very strange, honestly. This is again not a plane for 2024. At least. No, yeah, I guess it's a... I don't remember now. I don't remember, honestly. Okay. Yeah, nice storm. Behind, look at that. Look at those formations here. Super interesting. So toward the sea, yeah, it's not gonna be the best, of course. We are very high. We can try a stall here if we want. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's try like a normal stall initially. Okay, idle. Let's see. Let's see if we crash. Okay, yesterday I tried a stall and I wasn't able to recover at all. But I wasn't this kind of stall here. It was super strange because I have 200 knots of airspeed and no control at all on the flight control indeed. Okay, some eyes. Wow, it's super slow to slow down. Look at that. 200 knots now. Okay. climb. I mean, don't go down. Let's keep it level off. We should be close to stall speed at this point. $175 knots is flaps 1. Speed, I mean. Okay, let's see. 150 knots. Super stable still. Okay, now a lot of nose up in my input. No stall warning for now. 120 knots. Still flying. Okay, here comes the stall. Pretty gentle. Okay, power. Let's gain some airspeed and we are out of it. Okay. Yeah, that was a quite easy one to recover. Okay, now I'm gonna try another type of stall. I'm gonna go full nose up. Let's gain some speed. Full nose up, remove power, and let's see. We are very high. Let's climb a bit in the meantime. Full power. Okay, no, we need some speed before. So nose neutral. Let's gain 300 knots of speed. And then we're gonna go full nose up. We are over the sea almost, on top of that. Okay, nose up. Alright, nose up. And engine off. Engine idle. Let's see if you're able to recover this. 20,000 feet. Okay, let's let the plane go down by itself, doing nothing for now. Okay. Okay, 200 knots, pull, and we are out of it. Okay. Yeah. That was fine. I don't know what happened. Yesterday I tried this maneuver close to the ground. Yeah, I crashed. Long story short. Let's go to say hello to Venice with a nice sharp turn to the right here. A lot of G's for our pilot. Okay. And let's go down. Super funny. Yeah, once in a while it's super funny to play stuff like this. Continue descending. We have Venice right in front of us. Let's see if we're able to see it. Still stormy. As you can see, close to Venice. Yeah, there is definitely some bad weather. Continue, go down. Okay. Let's monitor the altitude, of course. 7,000 feet. Okay, I have ground contact. Let's follow the coastline here. Let's go. Let's fly very, very low and very fast. Engine anti-ice. Windows it, engine anti-ice off. Look at this beast. Yeah, there is Venice Lagoon. Let's go down, let's go lower. Yeah, there is a bit of rain probably over it. Yeah, There is definitely a bit of rain over it. Yeah, we're going 400 feet per... Sorry, 400 knots indicated airspeed at 2000 feet. Unfortunately, there is a nice rain formation right over Venice. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is all rain. So let's take to the right, to the left here, sorry. Let's try to avoid it, partially. Yeah, completely under rain. Completely under rain. So yeah, Venice is right in front of me. What time is it? Okay. Oh! Was a thunder? Well. I can't see Venice. That's how bad is the visibility. Oh, it's right there. We're gonna do a low pass. Not a low pass, a slow pass over Venice. Not below 200 knots, I don't want to risk to stall. Yeah, maybe we can go 175. Which looks impossible now, but yeah, we do have speed brakes, of course. Very strong speed brakes, actually. So, idle. And speed brake out. And look our speed dropping. $200 knots, 250 knots. Speed brake in. Okay, that's fine. And this is Venice Island, and to our left we have Venice Airport as well, which is not visible now. It's right behind our auxiliary fuel tank. Look at that. Yeah, we are right over it. Venice Station there. San Marco here. Yeah, that's San Marco Plaza. Power. It's a classical way on how I stall this kind of plane. Let's try to not... Wow, look at this weather, by the way. Okay, let's try reduce some power, trim up a bit. I want to check windy now. Yeah, we have some weather coming from the south, but it's pretty far from us. So, okay, left here. I guess soon we're gonna go back to... We can try some maneuver over the sea and then go back to Verona and land. Great idea doing this with storm and everything. I know nothing about acrobatic flying, by the way. Oh yeah, let's try a loop. Okay, not really. I don't think we're gonna recover this. Maybe, yeah. Was too slow, maybe. This is in front of us is the... I mean, under us at the moment is the Lido Airport. Let's try a sharp turn. It's right there actually. Very stormy. Yeah, it's right here. Ugh, that one. Okay. Let's gain some altitude now. Full power, and let's go up. And let's go to the west also. West. Okay. Okay. Ooh, slowly, 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 slowly. It's not an F-35. And we are out of clouds. So yeah, overall I think that Flight Simulator 2024 in general, yeah, but you know, there is a big change in weather simulation from 2020 to 2024. So I guess let's enter in a gentle climb in the meantime. A little less. So I guess that, yeah, overall the sim is quite fine on simulating big, which is also making more sense, big storm formation like we are having in this day in Europe. It's a big mass of clouds, easier, a lot of radar, big radar data, easier to simulate. And it's kind of struggling for a storm, classical summer storm for example. But yeah, it's quite normal. It's quite normal probably. So now we're gonna try to land this bird. Maybe we can try some maneuvers still. Let's try a loop here. Okay, let's gain, let's say, 300 knots of speed, at least. Max power. Let's go. Let's go for a loop. Okay, 300. Now, up. Continue pulling. Okay, there we are. Very funny. So in the future, maybe we can do, I like to do, you know, in VATSIM, okay, let's talk about this plane on VATSIM. The problem with this plane is basically that in real life, okay, I'm trying to level off here, less power. Which is gonna be super difficult to trim this plane here. Okay. So the problem to do, so you can do military operation on VATSIM unless you have a special. I mean, you require it for a special event or something like that. But so it's possible, but yeah, you need some permission. Okay, let me get out of this cloud here. But you can do transfer flight. So if you want to fly an F-35 on VATSIM and transfer it from military place to another, you can actually do it. The big problem is that also the F-35, but also this one here, in real life, okay, I'm trying to trim the plane, which is well known. The MB-339 is a horrible machine to trim. I saw a live stream with a real pilot of this plane saying it like it's tremendous. It's basically impossible to trim. You have to keep changing it every second. By the way, they have a GPS, as you can see here, but it's not simulated, so this stuff is not working. So the only way to transfer this plane is to VR flight, which is possible on Maxim, of course. Super tricky in my opinion. But so yeah, maybe we can do some transfer flight in the future of this kind of plane here, just for fun. Just for fun, I want to go west, by the way. The VR to VR flights, especially the MB-339, which is, I guess, a way better simulation of the compared to the F-35, honestly. Also because the F-35 is a completely, not completely, but partially unknown plane, so yeah. It's a very old. Also, there is the F-14, pretty cool one. But yeah. So let's go back to Verona. Let's see how is the weather there now. Should be fine, actually. This is Verona, of course. We can go to see this small storm here. It's not gonna take forever with this plane, of course. Okay, Verona is this way. So landing procedure. I'm gonna do a briefing. Basically, you can slow down around 150 feet. Sorry, not 50, 175 knots. Then set flaps for takeoff. You can slow down around the 150 knots. And then go flaps full. Flaps full. You have to aim around 120. And over the threshold, go to idle. And let just the plane slightly flare. And let the plane touch down. Military plane have a very strong gear, so you're not aiming to a butter landing at all. You just want to put the plane down, and immediately after touchdown you should remove flaps and everything. This is theoretically. Doing it will be very difficult. Yeah, let me see something, by the way, because over Verona we have this 115.8. Is it working? 118? What was? 115.8, right? Yeah. 115.8. Okay, yeah. And it's okay, it's right there. All right. So I'm using the VOR over Verona now, as you can see here. 28 miles, this is the DME. The radial to go direct there is 63, as you can see. I'm not gonna explain what a VOR is now, but yeah, I guess many people already know what a VOR is actually. Especially if you're using flight simulator. So now, long story short, we're going direct to Verona Airport. This plane can actually tune on ILS approach. It does have glide slope, so we're gonna definitely use it as a reference, especially with this bad weather here. We're very high at the moment. We are 20 miles from the airport. I guess we can start going down, reducing power, and let the plane go down. 80%. Let the plane descend. QNH in Verona is 1012. Of course, it's not needed to do like this, like a liner. You can just go down like a rocket with a plane like this. Just point the nose down and go fully down in half a second, which is kind of what we are doing here, since we are descending 4,000 feet per minute. Add some power, let's. Okay. Wow, 5,000 feet per minute actually. It's fine, I mean. We want to go down. So we're gonna land runway 04. Let's see how many attempts we need. We have plenty of fuel still. Oh wow, let me see this. Ah wow. Yeah, we still yeah, this is the auxiliary which we don't have. Yeah, we're still plenty of fuel. I don't know the range of the plane. I guess, yeah, I searched recently. It's around 1,000 nautical miles with auxiliary fuel tank and everything. So you can do some cruising with this machine. Do you know they do transfer flight? Not with this one. With this is the, I mean they do also with this one of course, but this is the plane used for Le Frecce Tricolore. If you don't know, in a military configuration today. But so yeah, for example, last year they did the United States tour. Of course, they had to transfer. They had to cross the Atlantic. They do formation flight, of course. Would be so cool to do a very long war tour with this plane here. Well yeah. We're already doing one where we have our nice Kodiak, which make more sense. But yeah, it would be funny, definitely. So I'm trying to break through clouds. We are almost over the airport, as you can see, 7 miles. So yeah, why wait? We have a 339 and let's go down, come on. Some rain. This is Verona and pull up. Verona Stadium there. Okay, as I told you, that's the runway. We can enter a base. Okay, I'm not gonna tune the ILS, I mean, whatever. So 250 knots, I guess, on base. I'm trying to remember the right configuration. Landing lights. Okay. So Verona, it's 204 and 22, right? Oops. Yeah, we are pretty high, honestly. But yeah, let's maintain this heading here. Wait a sec. 0422, yeah. Looks like we're completely not wow, that's strange. Our compass is a bit strange, probably. No, that's fine. Okay. So let's slow down. Pretty high still. Pretty high. I'm in idle. Let's go down. I want to reach 2,000 feet at least. Okay. We are 3 miles still. Okay, runway is there. Okay, speed brakes, 175 knots. Speed brake in, flaps down, 150 knots. Yeah, don't take this as a tutorial. I just saw a video of a guy, okay, this is the gear warning. And was a very good guy using DCS. There is this plane on DCS as well. Power. Power. Okay. We are aiming for, okay, that's the runway actually. Oops, okay. Ooh, less power. Idle. Gear down. Okay. Let's align with the runway. I remind you, we want to slightly flare. We don't care about the touchdown rate here. This is not a liner. And of course we want to try to not smash it on the ground. I'm going down quite fast now, but because I'm trying to recover a bit. 150 knots. We can drop flaps full. Let's go down just a little bit more. Okay, one red. And flaps on landing. Let's aim for 120 now. Trim up a bit. Okay, power. It's fine. It's totally fine. Over the threshold, idle. Hold it, flare, slightly flare, and touchdown. And ooh, speed brakes, flaps. Yeah, this is classical. The plane really want to fly, so flaps up immediately. Yeah, I should have done it before. Braking. We are on ground. So yeah, it's a classical procedure. Again, I saw it a real pilot saying it. That's why I'm reporting it. To set flaps up immediately after touchdown with this plane here. That's why we were kind of a little bit going to the right initially on the touchdown. So immediately after flaps up, and that's it. We can try another one. We have a little bit of time. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna take off from this position. Trim neutral. Let's try another landing. Okay. Let's go. Full power. Knots, start pulling very gently. Hold it. And we are flying. Flaps up. Oh, I didn't. Oh my god, I took off without flaps. Never mind. Okay. Alright, to the left here. Reducing power. So let's try another landing. Okay, adding 2 to adding 2, and okay. Let me see, runway is there, perfect. Altitude is fine now. Reducing power. Okay, I don't want to climb, so let's keep it like this. Yeah, that guide is pretty right, I mean. So I'm mixing basically real pilot information that I have with this guide which is using DCS. Really experienced guys with military planes on the simulator. And again, there is this exact same model on DCS. It's more advanced, of course, due to the sim capability, but it's from the same developer. Okay, runway is there. Speed brakes. And idle. Okay, 175 knots and flaps on takeoff. Okay, speed brake is out. And speed brake in. And flaps 1, which is takeoff configuration. 150 knots. Let's turn here. And let's go down very gently. Okay. Power a bit. Okay. Runway is there. We are high again, but let's go down immediately. Never mind. Okay, flap gear down. So we have additional drag. Let's correct our attitude. Let's go down now. One red. I mean, the puppy is just a reference. We don't really care. Over the threshold, idle, and let the plane touch down. Power. Yeah, one thing I couldn't control really the pitch with the thrust. Okay, power. So now let me increase power. Let's trim up also a little bit. Okay. Flaps. Flaps for landing. Set. Slowing down. 120 knots. Okay. Let's go down. Alright, recover. 2 red, 2 white. That's fine, still fine. 120 knots now. Let's try to not go down too fast. Power. Oops. Okay. Over the threshold. Now idle. And let's keep it. Light flare. Flaps down, sorry, up immediately. Now it's way more stable, as you can see. Speed brake out and brake. Okay, yeah, way more stable, of course, when you set up flaps, when you set flaps up right after the touchdown, because your lift is gonna be completely cut off. Steer. Thank you. Speed brake up. Wow, that was cool. That was definitely funny for me. Okay, we can take this exit here. I don't know why actually. Looks strange, honestly. Looks active. No, maybe no. Okay, let's do some taxi. Oops. Okay. Super funny. P28 off. Super funny to fly. So again, you really have to like the... I mean, in MSFS, you can't do anything military. Yeah, one thing you can do is like put real traffic and simulate scramble if you want. That's the only thing you... I mean, not the only thing, of course. You can do acrobatic, you can do scramble, you can do transfer flight. But yeah, this is not really a simulator to... yeah, that simulates military stuff. That's quite obvious. DCS is the one. So yeah, having such a plane in MSFS, I mean, it's a very funny plane. So if you want to have some fun sometime doing some acrobatic stuff, it's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you learn so much. Yeah, for sure you learn so much about manual flying a plane. It's not the best choice, of course, because if you start from this, you're gonna get mad. But at some point, it's really, really cool. Especially, yeah, I mean, doing, for example, VR to VR transfer flight. It's very, very cool. You learn, I mean, you do some reminding about VOR procedure, VOR to VOR flights, and all that stuff. Okay, let's take the left here. Pretty cool. I really like the 339er, by the way. It's a pretty cool plane. So yeah, maybe in the future we can do... I'm gonna use my my freccia tricolore to do it. But we can try a transfer flight, maybe offline from Batsim as we did today. I mean, some fun. We can try like a kind of a serious transfer flight, VR to VR. Perhaps we can go, for example, from North Italy to Rome. I don't know, the Rome area. Yeah, that can be cool. Taxi lights. Also because I don't know, we have a transponder here. You can of course manually, yeah, now it was off, but you can of course manually turn it on from vPilot. You have your frequency here, the radio is perfectly working. Actually, I did some flights on Batsim with this plane in the past. It was kind of interesting, but yeah. You're gonna basically take off VFR and then do a IFR pickup, VR to VR, and then again switch to VFR to do a visual landing. So yeah, it's not really the best with bad weather, of course. Look at this sunset we are having now, by the way. Pretty cool. Look at this sky. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, continue straight ahead here. At least I didn't crash it today. Yesterday I crashed it 3 times. was long time without flying it, so I was doing some tests, some again reminding. And yeah, I crashed it first time on takeoff because again the checklist is indicated rotate at 95 knots. Don't rotate at 95 knots, especially if you're fully loaded of fuel as I'm now, because you're gonna just do a nice tailwind. Sorry, oh my god. Tail strike and smash the plane. Second time I was doing a sharp turn and I stalled. And actually third time I crashed it. And then I was doing that maneuver that you go straight up, stall the plane and you come back down, but I couldn't recover. I don't know how it's called in aerobatic fly, but I couldn't recover the plane and I crashed it again. And the fourth time again trying to take off and another crash. But today, yeah, that was a nice section to have, to learn it back a little bit, because yeah, as you saw today, no crashes at all. Okay, here we are, back in Verona. So now I don't remember, because you can really cut off this engine here. So there is a key on your keyboard, of course, to actually doing it. Slow down a bit. Okay, let's park here. Look this. This is I don't remember the name of this. This is the C130. 130. The other one I don't remember. Do we have some checklist to shut off? Shut down, landing lights off, parking brakes is set, speed brake out, flaps down, throttle 30%, throttle stop. Yeah, that would be a problem. But yesterday I investigate also this, and there is a key actually, which I don't remember, but I'm gonna search. Oof. Let me close this. Okay, is the control my use can... Okay. Yeah, but that shut off everything. Yeah, as I thought. But yeah, at least we shut off. Yeah, there was a key in 2020 to do just this, but whatever. So throttle is off, radio off, GPS off. External light off. Okay, beacon light and external light, also internal light. Wow. What? Okay, that's interesting, but whatever. Engine master, it's off. This can goes off. This is already off. Oxygen off. Also this one should be off, I guess. Yeah. And open the canopy. Generator and battery off. Here we are. Where is my arrow? Okay. Here we are back into Verona again. Quite a strange live stream today. Hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow we're gonna be back on our nice IFR commercial flight, and yeah, that's it for today, and see you next